we were standing, just watching the ball, and then they take off, and then we'd be late to it, and then put us in a position to foul. I just think that's reactive basketball, and our defense is designed to be proactive. I'm already there waiting for the offense to come to me. And I think once I drew it up to them and showed them kind of where they were standing at, and just reminded them of our principles, what's most important, ball, gap, and talking. But it starts with our stance. If I'm already ready, I don't have to get ready. And I felt like that first time we was trying to get ready for it. But like if you're in the right spots doing what you're supposed to do, they have no choice but to come to you. But that's their identity, though. Like I had a feeling they weren't going to change their game plan because they're playing us again. If it worked the first time, I mean, I do the same thing too. So it's just like I said, they had to take some pride in it. I told them take pride into defense, and that's the tough part. That's where you really want to see what you really made up is on that defensive end.
Now, I saw you using your bench a lot more tonight. Felt like more people were getting into the flow of the game, and subsequently 28 points off the bench. Your bench was really strong here tonight. Yeah, for sure. I mean, again, it goes back to them being ready when their number is called, and honestly, if I tell you this, that bench team, they beat our starting five in all the drills yesterday when we played. So I knew it was going to be a good confidence booster for them to come on in to not only just like match with
Kevin Ball's Auto Body, the most recommended in the Parkland. The definition of recommended is to be worthy of trust, and they don't take that lightly. They treat your vehicle like it's their own. Your neighbors, your family, and your friends are now satisfied customers because you recommended them. When you need collision repair, don't just take it anywhere. Take it to Kevin Ball's Auto Body in Park Hills, the most recommended, because your car hasn't looked this new since it was new.
Kevin Ball's Auto Body, the most recommended by far.
1 through 8 for sure. Just with like 8 sophomores. I can think of at least like 8 sophomores that they play. They're going to play their way. They're going to play like the number 3 team in the country that they are. But if you know me, I ain't scared of anything. I bet on my team.
Banking with people like you, Unico Bank.
Best position to go give us a good fight on Saturday.
You know, you told me earlier in the year, you've told me again last week, that you feel like your team, anytime it steps on the floor, can beat anybody if they want to put the work in and the commitment in. You got me convinced. Are your players convinced about that?
Oh, they better. I told them in the locker room, we got a battle on Saturday. If you scared, don't show up. And I respectfully choose your option. If you choose to not show up, I respect that because I'm not coming in giving you half of it. I'm giving you everything, and I expect the same in return.
All right, well, Coach. Teams that have played before and played into overtime. That's West Plains and Mac, and we're going to have that game for you coming up next. You keep it right here on your Mac.
Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world. Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the
65 overall for 48%, 7 of 18 from the three-point line for 39%. There's the big difference in the game right there. We'll show you what Crowder did later on. 9 of 11 from free throws, that's 81%. For the Crowder Lady Rough Riders, who fall to 16-2 on the season, they were 19 of 38 inside the arc in that second half. Total of 20 of 56 overall for 36%. They shot 50% inside the arc in the second half, but they did nothing on the three-point line. 1 of 8 in the first half, 1 of 18 overall. In other words, they did not hit a single three-pointer in that second half. That's under 1% when you're shooting from the three-point line. That's a big difference in point totals there. 21 points from the three-point line, 3 points for the Lady Rough Riders of Crowder. So Mac with 21, they had only 3. From the free throw line, they were pretty good, 14 of 16, 86%. Rebounding edge goes to Mac, 33-27. Turnover edge barely goes to Crowder at 16 and 15. And probably the stat of the night, 28 bench points for Mac here tonight as they come in and play hard and win this game by a final of 70-58. We've got another game coming up next. We're going to have the Mineral Area Cardinals. Tony Irons has got them on the floor right now warming up, or actually they're headed back to the locker room, while the West Plains Grizzlies, who are 9-10 on the season, come in here, and they're going to try to knock off the Mac Cardinals here at the Bob. We'll have that game coming up for you here in about 8.5 minutes or so. We'll take a timeout on the in-between game show. You're listening to Mac Basketball on AM 1240 KFMO.
Don't forget, coming up on Saturday when the Mac Cardinals and Lady Cardinals host Three Rivers, it'll be homecoming from the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse. We'll have coverage starting at 4:30 here on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus. The women tip off at 5. Of course, Three Rivers, top 3 in the nation currently. And the men tip off at 7. We'll have all the action for you here on KFMO and KFMO Sports Plus. If you would like to come on out, it's homecoming at the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse. We'll take another break, continue with more between games after this on KFMO. All right, we're going to wrap it up between games. When we come back, it'll be time for the nightcap. The men's basketball, Mineral Area, and West Plains in the main event from the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse. Coming up after this on AM 1240 KFMO. Okay, the FM must be off air. Interesting.
Banking with people like you. Unico Bank. We put you first in everything we do. Large enough to serve you. Small enough to know you. We're your local hometown bank. Your friends and neighbors too. Banking with people like you. Unico Bank.
Is the alarm still going off over there?
Check. There we go.
He can't. Is that in the FM studio? Yeah, so usually that's the off-air alarm, so, but it's not off-air. That's the weird thing. Oh, okay.
Sorry. Good luck, guys. Trying to find this girl.
All right, you can hit the billboard out of this.
Mineral Area College in the Bob Sechrist Fieldhouse, the home of the Cardinals. It's time now to meet our starting lineups in this Region 16 battle. First of all, for our visitors from West Plains.
Whoops. And West Plains Grizzlies. Here's Glenn Berry.
All right, we start out with the visitors tonight. That would be the West Plains Grizzlies as they come into this ball game tonight with a record of 9-10, 1-2 in conference. They're going to start Ryan Richardson. He is a 6'5 sophomore. Sean Glass, a freshman, 6'1" from West Monroe, Louisiana. It is Ernie Gunami, who is a sophomore at 6'4" from Ontario, Canada. Blaine Harris from Cape Girardeau, a 6'5 freshman, and Lionel Kumwemba, who is a sophomore from the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and he again makes the start for this West Plains team. It's Richardson, Glass, Kunami, also Harris, and Kumwemba for the West Plains Grizzlies. For your Mineral Area College Cardinals, they are led by Tony Irons in their first year. And Preston Turner, the 6'6 sophomore from Elsinore, will make the start. Jordan Logan, the 6'8 sophomore from St. Louis, making the start. 6'4 freshman Jordan Richard from St. Louis. Then Edwin or B.J. Dooley, a 6'1 freshman from Chicago. And Diari Duncan, a 6'9 sophomore from Queens, New York. Turner, Logan, Richard, Dooley, and Duncan for the Mac Cardinals in this one.
Starting lineups brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Chuck Odell at 63 East School Street in Bonne Terre. Allow Chuck to help protect your family with life insurance. Your local Shelter Insurance Agents. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Lionel Kumwimba in the circle to tip it off against Mineral Area's Diari Duncan.
Boy, Duncan played very well on Saturday. The last couple of games I've seen him play, you know, he's aggressive, and he'll go in and he'll take the ball to the rim, and he will fight for some rebounds. But he was over the top the other night, just playing his lights out and getting the rebounds when it looked like he had no chance to get them. Foul trouble's always been his problem, so hopefully he can stay in it.
Duncan wins the opening tip for Mineral Area, right to left on your listening device. If you're viewing on the Mac YouTube channel, directions are switched. B.J. Dooling has it now, setting up the offense for Mineral Area. Got it to Jordan Richard, back to Dooling. Mineral Area looking for their first Region 16 win of the season. They got a conference win Saturday over Jefferson, but Jefferson's a D2 team. On the near side, Jordan Richard. Lob it down low for Diari Duncan. 5 on the shot clock. Duncan bodies his way to the cup and lays it in. 2-0 Mac, 30 seconds in. Of course, Jefferson, an NJCAA D2 team, not NCAA, of course. Only a 2-year school. Ryan Richardson on the near side to Ergi Kunami into the logo. Kunami out of the circle to the near side, working down low. Nice extension of the step into the corner. Got it to Harris. Far wing three. Good for Richardson. 19 minutes to go in the first. We're 1 minute in. Glenn, these two teams played 2 weeks ago today to double overtime, and it was a West Plains winner. Duncan working it down low. Trying to body his way to the cup, off window and in again. Duncan's got 4, and if that's going to be the game plan to get it to him, you just hope he stays out of foul trouble.
Yeah, that's a big thing you got to worry about. He even gave a little shove with that shoulder as he went in, and sometimes those guys will lay back and get the charge out of that, so hopefully he'll stay out of foul trouble.
On the far side, this is Sean Glass back out to Kunami. Then it's Richardson for 3 again. Wouldn't go. Preston Turner can't get the rebound. At the near side, Harris. Elbow jumper wouldn't go. And B.J. Dooling has it. Dooling on the near side across the timeline. Taking it far wing as he sets up the offense. Now top of the key, Preston Turner. Turner backs off. 2 minutes gone here in the opening half. Jordan Richard. Spin move down low. Might have got away with the travel, but he hits the floater.
Jordan Richard can hit that floater. Sometimes when he lets go of it, you think, man, that's got no chance whatsoever. But he has just got the touch on that floater. Mac up by 3 at 6-3 now.
Far side, Ryan Richardson. Top of the key, Ergi Kunami. Kunami dribbles to the far wing. He's met by Jordan Logan. Now to the near side, into the corner. Trey, that's Harris. That wouldn't go. Rebound deflected out. Players come together. 2 are on the floor. Straight on Trey. Glass got it. Sean Glass. And we're tied at 6s. A minute, 2.5 gone here in quarter number 1.
A couple of times Mac had
number 1. Sorry, Glenn.
A couple of times Mac had the opportunity to get the rebound, couldn't pull it down, and that resulted in a basket. Now a turnover on the other end, and it'll go back to West Plains.
17-16 to go in the first. 6-6. Mac threw it out of bounds. Jordan Logan was looking for Diari Duncan, but Duncan came away from the post, and Logan lobbed it over his head.
Well, Mac started out this game very intense, and I think West Plains kind of cooled them down just a little bit with those 2 threes.
In the backcourt, Sean Glass working it up the floor. Now he'll take it to the far side for Richardson. Get it back. Glass just in front of us. 3 minutes gone in the opening half. On the near side, the handoff goes to Kunami. He'll try and work down low. Players come together. Not a charge. Got it to Glass. To the cup. Can't hit it. And Logan has the rebound. Logan now to Dooling. Across the center stripe to Logan. Near side at the wing. Working it down low. Kick it out for Richard. Couldn't hang on to that pass. Jordan Richard to the foul line. Diari Duncan. Nobody working it inside. Duncan's going to try and body his way there. Spin move. Hook shot. Wouldn't go. He's fouled. Duncan going to shoot two. 16:33 to go in the first.
I tell you what, we talked about consistency and officiating in that first game. If they're still playing this way in the fourth or the second half, I'll give it to them. But, man, there was a lot of contact down at this end of the floor, and nobody was called for anything.
Duncan good on the first free throw. I tell you what, Glenn, he's got 5 of the team's 7. If these two teams are playing like this with 5 minutes to go in the second half, I will be a happy camper.
Yeah.
I love basketball. I love Rock'em Sock'em basketball.
And there was a lot of good body blocks down there, kind of like something you would do to spring a running back out of the backfield, but no calls on that, so let's see if that maintains throughout the game.
Duncan can't hit the second. Lionel Kumwimba gets the rebound. 16:30 to go, and Kumwimba just throws it straight out of bounds. Mac ball.
Well, both teams now have thrown the ball away after getting an opportunity at the other end. So now Mac is going to get the ball back. One turnover apiece for each one.
Cards up 7-6. Inbound goes to B.J. Dooling. Between the circles to the far side, Preston Turner working it down low. 15-footer on the baseline, wouldn't go. And Ergi Kunami comes away with the board. He'll hand it off to the Grizzlies. His teammate, the Richardson. Mack in the white uniforms, Cardinals on the front, red turned in black. Richardson for the dunk, wouldn't go. Duncan's got the rebound. Numbers on the front and back match the lettering, red trimmed in black with the double red stripe at the base of the pants and on the shoulder. Jordan Logan, corner three, just short. And Kumwimba has another rebound.
Boy, that would have set this crowd on fire if he'd hit it, but he just missed it.
Big Mac Cardinal logo on the pants of either side. Straight on three, Glass got it. 9-7 West Plains. They wear the blue uniforms. Grizzlies on the front. White trimmed in red with the red shoulder caps and the numbers on the front and back. White trimmed in red as well. Nice spin move down low. Duncan couldn't hit the first try. Tried to get the rebound. Held ball and the arrow favors West Plains.
One of my favorites coming into the ball game right now, Marcellus Phillips, 6'5 sophomore from New Madrid. He played a whale of a game on Saturday, but first we're going to get a timeout.
15:32 to go in the first. Media stoppage, 9-7. West Plains leads Mineral Area on KFMO.
At Belgrade State Bank, we're proud to support our local students. For over a century, we've been more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in our youth, we help build a brighter future, from the classroom to the field. We're here to support our students every step of the way. Belgrade State Bank, proud supporters of our local schools and the next generation. A wise place to do business.
$15:23 to go in the first. Media timeout brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Mike Sonsiger on Farmington, Jonathan Steffen in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home business, or life insurance. Sean Glass to the near corner. He got it to Ethan Smith. It was poked out of bounds by Mack. 8 on the shot clock for West Plains. They lead 9-7. Nearly 5 minutes gone in this one. Sub coming in, Jalen Heisen. Checks in for West Plains.
Yeah, Ethan Smith got maybe a 30-second blip there, and he got to set back down.
Ergi Kunami to inbound. On the near side, Richardson. Shot clock down to 6. Richardson through the lane. No urgency here from West Plains as the shot clock's down to 2. It's down to 1. No shot. That's a violation. Jared Fay, the fifth-year head coach at West Plains, put both of his hands to his head to Heisen, kind of like the think. You gotta know the situation.
Well, we saw that a couple of times with the Mac Lady Cardinals in that first game, getting the shot clock down to 5 or 6 seconds and no urgency to get to the bucket. That time, a great job by Mac's defense not to foul and not to be overly aggressive and let them just wind the clock down.
Here's Jordan Logan at the far wing for the Cardinals, who trail by 2. Logan picked up his dribble, got it to Marcellus Phillips. He checked in before the break. On the near side, Jordan Richard. 9 on the shot clock for Mack. Richard trying to work in. This is a deep 2 that goes with the man in his face from 19 feet out. Richard's got 4, and we're tied up 9-9.
He created a little bit of room there between him and the defender. Just kind of moved in and then stepped back and put up the shot to make it go.
Far side, Sean Glass at the wing, Ergi Kunami. Between the circles now for Heisen. Heisen trying to work inside, can't. Picked up his dribble, then bounced it to the far side for Glass. Back up top, this is Richardson. 7 on the shot clock. Richardson bodies his way inside. Richardson's shot was blocked by Logan, rebounded by Phillips. Outlet Jordan Richard. 1-on-2. Richard. Oh, whoa! It was stolen away by Ergi Kunami, who came flying in there. What a great defensive play. Richardson at the other end for West Plains. We're tied up 9-9. Richardson to the far wing. He gets it to Sean Glass. Elbow jumper for Glass. Rattles off. Offensive rebound knocked loose and out of bounds off of Mack.
Blaine Harris has had a couple of good looks at the basket here tonight. He just can't get it to go down. He's 0 for 3 overall, 0 for 2 from inside the arc, and 0 for 1 on the three-point arc. But it seems like every shot he's put up has been around the rim. Looks like it's going to go in, just doesn't go down.
C.J. Claxton checks in for Mack. For West Plains, it's Riley Whitaker and Javion Downey. They make sure there's 5-on-5 out there. There is. We're ready to go on the inbound. West Plains throwing it in left of the lane. Rebound is caught at the timeline by Sean Glass, or inbound, I should say. Now at the near side, it's Javion Downey. Up top, gets it back to Glass. Shot clock down to 10. Glass in the logo. Now between the circles. Through a screen set by Heisen. Glass around a defender with the lay-in. He got it. 8 for Sean Glass. 13:22 to go in the first. 11-9 West Plains. B.J. Dooling at the near wing for Claxton. Looking inside for Diore Duncan. Duncan at the elbow. Holds above his head. Trying to get around a defender. Can't. Backdoor pass. Claxton lay-in. No good. He's fouled by Whitaker. It'll be the first on Whitaker, second on West Plains. And Claxton shoots 2 with the chance to tie it for the Mack Cardinals.
We'll give Diore Duncan some credit for finding the open man as Claxton flashed across the lane behind him. He found him, and Claxton a little short on the shot, but the official said he was fouled down there, so they'll send him to the line.
First free throw, no good. 11-9. Here comes Joseph Scott and A.J. Thomas checking in for the Cards.
Mack was really good from the free throw line on Saturday. They were shooting free throws all day long and nailing every one of them just about. They got to get that kind of a performance again here tonight.
Second free throw, no good. Claxton misses them both. Rebound grab by Ergi Kunami. Now for Glass. Across the timeline. Glass, crossover dribble, top of the key, gets around his defender. Out to Whitaker. Far side 3 wouldn't go. Phillips grabs the board. Players slip in the backcourt. Outlet to Claxton. Mack with it. Phillips down low. Duncan bodying his way inside. Lost it down low. Whitaker, and then he threw it off. Oh, man, he threw it off of Diore Duncan. Duncan was already out of bounds, and Whitaker was on the baseline, so he gave it right back to Mack.
Yeah, and I don't know. I guess maybe they're saying that Whitaker was laying on the line or something, but that was a smart play as he just turned around and threw it right to Duncan, who was out of bounds.
Inbound, top of the key for Joseph Scott. Far side, Phillips catch and shoot deep 2. His toes were on the line. That one wouldn't go. Ergi Kunami had the rebound again. 11-9, West Plains leads. 12.5 to go here in half number 1. On the far side, this is Glass. Gets it to Whitaker. Cutting to the basket. That's Downey. They get it to him, and he lays it in. Nice play by Downey. Great job by Whitaker to see him through the lane.
Well, I tell you what, we've seen a textbook offense from a lot of teams here lately on driving that lane and laying it up with a running one-hander.
This is A.J. Thomas to the foul line. Out to the near side. Claxton, wing 3. Got it! 1 point game. Claxton makes it 13-12 with exactly 12 minutes left in the half.
And that is exactly what Mack needed because things were starting to slip and go downhill.
At the other end for West Plains, that's a hook shot from Downey that doesn't go. Duncan has the rebound. Thomas outlet Phillips working to the basket. Up and underneath move. Can't hit the layup, but he's fouled. And Phillips has a chance to tie it and take the lead for Mack. Foul is on Jalen Heisen, his first and the team's third. Media timeout, 11:43 to go in the opening half, I should say. Half number 1. Mack down by a point, 13-12 on KFMO.
My name's Nick Vargo. I'm the lead service advisor in the Pettis Ford Service Department. We are owned and operated by 2 different families. We treat you guys like a family. You're not just a number on the board to us. You're actually a family member when you come in and get great service. And that's what we strive for, is to create a family environment in the dealership.
Community is everything to us.
Guys, if you want a family-owned and operated dealership that does strive for excellence, we'll get you taken care of.
Come to Pettis Automotive, where we treat you like family.
Pettis, Glenn Berry, and Landon Keene back at the studio. That timeout brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agent Mike Sansegraw, located on St. Genevieve Avenue in Farmington. Jonathan Steffen at North State Street in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home business, or life insurance. It's 2 free throws for Marcellus Phillips at the line to our left. Mack as a team 1 for 4 tonight.
By the way, West Plains, 9 of their 13 points have come off the 3. So maybe if Mack can shut down that outside game a little bit, might be able to get back, in front and do something with it.
First free throw, no good for Phillips. Still a 1-point game, 13-12 West Plains.
Got to hit some free throws, though.
The O'Connors, Taylor and Alyssa, were here for the girls' contest. Second free throw, Phillips can't hit that.
1 of 6 now for Mack from the free throw line.
Not a winning recipe.
Nope.
11:35 to go. There's P.J. Reitzel and Logan Schaupert. Near corner 3, Whitaker drained it. Of course, P.J. Reitzel signed to play basketball at Mack here next season. She's a Fredericktown Lady Black Cat. And Logan Schaupert for Farmington. Nice lay-in, Joseph Scott at the other end.
I think he was thinking about taking it up and slamming it, but he just kind of lost control of it and just took it in and laid it up easy.
Here's a steal, outlet Claxton. Mack, a chance to tie. Claxton got it to Scott in the paint. 1 hop through the lane, lay in good. We're tied. Nice play by Joseph Scott. He's got 4 on back-to-back trips.
And I will say, after the 4th turnover there for West Plains, Mack probably got away with a few steps here or there going down there.
Across the timeline. This is West Plains, and it's Ryan Richardson trying to work down low. Kick it back out. Corner 3. Wouldn't fall for Downey. Rebound by Scott. Now Mack a chance to take the lead. This is C.J. Claxton. Back out to Scott. Far side. Now it's Claxton, rather. Got it from Thomas. Now it's Thomas to the near side. Marcellus Phillips. Into the elbow for Scott. Jumper from there. Got it. Nothing but net. Joseph Scott. He's got 6.
Comes off the bench, picks up 6 points, including that one. He was sure about that. As soon as he let go of it, he started back the other way. The only thing he didn't do was the turn around and wave to the crowd while it was going in.
10 minutes to go in the first. 18-16. Mack with the lead. Cutting to the basket. Downey lay it in to tie us up.
Well, the pace of this game is picked up big time. End-to-end action right now with 9:45 to go in this first half.
Javion Downey, top of the key. To the near wing. I beg your pardon, that's A.J. Thomas. Javion Downey is number 11 for West Plains. Scott with the mid-range jumper wouldn't go, and there's a rebound for Richardson. Now it's Sean Glass and West Plains. Spot up 3. Glass can't hit that. Marcellus Phillips had the rebound. You know, Glenn, it was only a matter of time before West Plains cooled down from perimeter. Mack has gotten back into this one. We're tied up at 18.
Yeah, most of their points early on coming from the three-point area, and right now they're not shooting as well.
Scott through the lane. Fadeaway jumper from 8. Missed everything. Rebound grab by Richardson.
He felt like he got fouled that time as he was going up, but no call, and West Plains comes back the other way.
Been a physical game so far in this first half. Ryan Richardson on the near side, working at top of the key to Whitaker. Far wing 3 from way out. That wouldn't go. Duncan has the rebound. Handful of Cardinals ready to check in at the next stoppage. Across the timeline, that's A.J. Thomas. Top of the key, now to the foul line. Hook shot with the left hand. Floated. Good. Thomas made that one look like I could go do that, Glenn.
I know. When he went up with that shot, I was thinking, what in the world is he doing? But he just smoothed as silk, let it go, and it went down.
Javion Downey with it now for the Grizzlies. 8:20 left here in the first half. Hook shot good with the layup for Downey. He's got 6, and we're tied up again, 20-20.
This could be a barn burner all night. Mac hit 100 points on Saturday, and it looks like both teams are headed that way right now.
They also snapped a 5-game losing streak on Saturday. Feed down low for Duncan, into the paint for Claxton. Off window, it falls. Claxton's got 5. Mac up 22-20.
Now Mac needs to come down here and play some defense. They need to keep West Plains from answering bucket for bucket.
Across the timeline, Downey got it to the near side for Sean Glass. It was deflected backcourt. He had to go get it. Downey, far wing 3 for the lead. That goes over the cylinder. Claxton gets the rebound. Now for Thomas. 7.5 to go in the first. 22 all. Lob it down low to Duncan. Ball still loose on the floor. It's touched back out. First one to the floor usually gets it. Phillips has it. Still loose. Now he gets it to Duncan. Flip it to Scott. Lay in good. Joseph Scott has 8. 7:15 to go. Sorry, Glenn.
Well, Duncan just lost the handle on the ball, but credit to Mac Cardinals. They didn't give up on it. They kept jumping on the ball and eventually got it back down and got the shot up and in.
Ryan Richardson out to Riley Whitaker to the foul line, forced back out on perimeter. Picked up his dribble at the far wing, kick it into the circle for Ryan Richardson. 13 on the shot clock for the Grizzlies. Richardson through a screen set by Kunami. That's a charge. Oh, a blocking foul called against Mineral Area. C.J. Claxton. Could have gone either way. I'm okay with that call.
Yeah, it is. It's one of those that could have gone either way. I thought he had his feet set, but the official felt like he wasn't quite set when that call was made.
Media timeout, 6:53 to go in the first. 4-point lead for the Cards, 24-20 on KFMO.
Kevin Ball's Auto Body, the most recommended in the Parkland. The definition of recommended is to be worthy of trust, and they don't take that lightly. They treat your vehicle like it's their own. Your neighbors, your family, and your friends are now satisfied customers because you recommended them. When you need collision repair, don't just take it anywhere. Take it to Kevin Ball's Auto Body in Park Hills, the most recommended, because your car hasn't looked this new since it was new.
Kevin Ball's Auto Body, the most recommended by far.
It is Ryan Richardson at the line to shoot 2. First one up and good. 6:53 to go in the first. Jared Pettis, Glenn Berry, and Landon Keene back at the studio. 24-21 Mac. That timeout brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau agents Mike Sonsegar in Farmington, Jonathan Steffen in Deloge. Contact them today for a free quote on auto, home, business, or life insurance. Second free throw, no good. Jordan Richard had the rebound. Now for Preston Turner, who's back in, back out on perimeter. At the far wing through a screen set by Jordan Logan. They get it to Logan. Far wing 3 doesn't go, and Ergi Kunami has the rebound. Now to the near side, Javion Downey. Flip it to the far corner. Pump fake. That's Blaine Harris. Walks and gives it away.
It's 5 turnovers now in West Plains. Right now, Mac only with 2 turnovers. Those came early on, so if Mac can continue that trend and stop West Plains from trading baskets a few times, they might get a nice lead here.
6:25 to go in the first half. 24-21 Mac. BJ dueling to Preston Turner. Turner back to the near side. A.J. Walker into the game. Walker got it to the near wing, Jordan Richard. Flip it down low, Jordan Logan. He was posting up. Logan looking inside. Flips it back out, Preston Turner. 6 on the shot clock for Mac. Down to 4. Preston Turner, a couple of crossovers. Spin move, fade away at the elbow. Oh, wouldn't go. And the rebound is grabbed by Ethan Smith. I don't mind that look from Turner.
No, I don't either. And in fact, it was a good-looking shot when he left his hand. I thought it maybe go down, but it just hit the back iron and came out.
Ryan Richardson has it. near us, flips it on perimeter for Ergi Kunami. Back to Richardson. 10 on the shot clock for West Plains. Richardson puts it to the floor on the near side. To the far corner, got it to Harris. Blaine Harris feeds Ethan Smith to the lane, spinning, and he lays it in. 1 point game. Smith with his first bucket, 24-23 Mac.
And pretty good defense that time by Mac. He just did that all with his effort.
Dueling from 8, can't hit that fadeaway jumper, and the rebound is grabbed by Ergi Kunami. Now on the near side, Javion Downey, back to Kunami. He'll flip it far side, Richardson, probing in for the lead. Shot was blocked, but a foul is whistled on Mac. I believe it's going on B.J. Dueling. It is, his first. Team's second. 5:08 to go in the first. It'll be 2 free throws for Ryan Richardson, his second trip to the line since our last media stoppage.
Well, he's the only guy that's been shooting free throws tonight. He's 1 of 2 so far from the line.
First free throw, no good. 5:08 to go in the first. Glenn, this might be the first team to make their second free throw. Both teams with 1.
Yeah, right now Mac's not doing much better. They're 1 out of 6.
Second free throw for Richardson. Good. We're tied up 24 all. Richardson splits the trip. He's got 5 points.
Man, this first half is flying. It is at 5:08 left to go in the first half. Both teams going at 100 miles an hour. Let's see what's going on.
Jordan Richard has it far corner. Lob it up top between the circles now to Logan. At the near wing, this is A.J. Walker. Walker picked up the dribble into the corner for Jordan Richard. Dared to take the 3. Instead, he'll work inside. Richard met by a defender. 5-foot jumper wouldn't go. Rebound deflected away. Preston Turner. He'll take it to the iron. Left-hand lay-in. Got it. Turner's got 2. Mac up by 2. 26-24. 4.5 to go in the first half.
And it was a great job, I believe, by Jordan Logan down low to tip the ball back to Turner. When it came off the other side, he couldn't rebound it, so he just knocked it down to Turner.
Kunami couldn't hang on. It goes out of bounds, and Mac will get it back. 4:23 to go in the first. They're up by 2.
That is turnover number 6 now for West Plains, as Mac up by 2 with a chance to increase their lead here.
B.J. Dueling across the center stripe to the far side for Jordan Richard at the wing. Between the circles, this is Logan. On the near wing, this is Walker. Walker bounce pass inside Turner, quickly out. Jordan Richard pump fake, dribble drive to the baseline, back out Turner near wing. Shot clock at 10. Foul line jumper, Jordan Logan, that wouldn't go. And the rebound's grabbed by Blaine Harris. Harris up the floor for West Plains. 3:55 to go. He flips it to Sean Glass. Glass lob it down low for the lob. He tried to get it to Richardson. It was too far behind him. Richardson to the cup. He's fouled.
I think a little bit too much
on Dueling. Sorry, Glenn.
Yeah, I think a little bit too much of the body there from Dueling. That's his second foul. But he did get a clean block of the ball. He just caught him with the body.
Last media stoppage of the half. 3:47 to go in the first. 26-24 Mac on KFMO. 3:47 to go in the first, 26-24. The lead for Mac. It's 2 free throws for Ryan Richardson at the line to our right. First one no good. He will get a second. With a chance to make it a 1-point game. Timeout brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau.
Well, neither team's going to do an instructional video on free throw shooting just yet. Let's see if that changes.
Richardson misses them both. Rebound grab by B.J. Dueling. He'll get up the floor with it. To the far side, Jordan Richard. Richard, top of the key, Duncan, near wing, A.J. Walker. Picked up his dribble, back to Duncan, far side, just inside the arc, trying to body his way to the cup, can't, Konami's there. Ooh, Duncan gets around him using the body, can't work that one through the rim though, and it's knocked away. Richardson has the rebound. Duncan trying to bully ball his way in there.
I'll tell you what, we've seen that in the girls' game too, where shots go up and they look like they're going down and they just don't stay in the rim.
Konami misses a three. Harris has the offensive rebound. Back out, Harris, far side. He'll hand it off to Konami again, who just had that miss. Konami to the foul line. Slipped and fell. Ball is loose. Konami's got it. Players come together. Foul on A.J. Walker. He stepped right on Ergi Konami. Yep, that's the right call. A.J. Walker commits his first and the team's fourth. I don't think that was intentional. Walker was trying to grab the ball, and Konami kind of rolled as soon as Walker stepped across him, stepped right on his chest. Good thing Konami got to his feet. Richardson's trapped far side on perimeter. That's Ethan Smith. Back to the near side for Richardson. 9 on the shot clock. Richardson rejects a screen. He'll work it around a defender. Shot blocked by Duncan and out of bounds.
Well, Duncan came in at the right time, just at the last moment, stepped out of the lane, baseline right, jumped up and slapped that one away. And now with only 4 seconds on the shot clock, West Plains got to hurry and get it in.
Inbound, corner three, no, deep two, Harris. Knocked out of bounds. Blocked again, 1 second left.
This is going to have to be, Mac's going to have to watch right now for the, set up the screen and then somebody coming in to jump in at the last moment. And that may be what West Plains is going to talk about as they take a timeout.
30-second stoppage. We'll keep this one here. 2:37 to go in the first half, 26-24. Jared Fay going to have his assistant draw up a play with 1 second on their shot clock. I imagine a quick inbound underneath for a shot. Now, if you're Mac, you've got to draw up a defense to keep them outside, as the shot clock will expire quickly as soon as the inbound is made.
Yeah, and you got to watch for that screen that will free somebody up that they can come in, like you said, for that little pump inside to maybe get it up and in. But Mac's just got to be on their toes right here and try not to give up a cheap late basket.
Blaine Harris will inbound on the baseline. 1 second left on the shot clock. Inbound, thrown to the near side, grabbed, and a shot, not going to count. Shot clock violation. The clock was a little bit slow to start, but the official saw it.
I was getting ready to say, I was waiting for him to call a foul, and I thought, no, not with that time. But as you said, he knew the clock didn't start on time, so he called it himself.
Inbound to B.J. Dooling, 2.5 to go in the first half, 26-24 Mac. Dooling to the near side for Preston Turner. Turner at the near wing finds A.J. Walker. Walker, top of the key, Duncan. Duncan for Dooling, near side. Through a screen set by Duncan. Dooling, foul line jumper, short. Duncan can't get the rebound. It's grabbed by Sean Glass. Glass out of the backcourt. Right up the middle, now to the far side, and Jordan Richard will commit the foul, his first, and the fifth on the cards.
Mike is making it very tough for West Plains to get a good shot down low or get a good shot anywhere, but they have also bailed him out on a couple of times where the player just didn't have an opportunity to set something up, and Mac commits a foul.
Joseph Scott checks in for A.J. Walker, so Mac bringing a taller lineup on this possession, or, well, I guess this defensive look. Grizzlies inbound. Ethan Smith for Ryan Richardson. 2 minutes left in the first half. On the near side, Konami down low for Smith. Working towards the paint, forced back out by Duncan. 3 near wing, that's too strong. Rebound deflected, and it's grabbed by Richardson. Another offensive rebound for West Plains. 1:45 left here in half number one. Pick and roll, they get it to Smith. Underneath, backdoor pass, nice play. And Sean Glass lays it in. We're tied at 26.
And that was a great play that time by West Plains, finding the open man, 3 passes to get it to the guy on the right side, which is Glass, who laid it up off the glass.
Offsetting fouls here. Ethan Smith and D.R.A. Duncan, they both were fighting for positioning down low. It'll be the 6th on Mack and the 4th on West Plains. First on Ethan Smith, first on D.R.A. Duncan.
Well, you know, the thing about it is D.R.A. Duncan is the kind of guy that goes down there and he starts to establish his presence low. And sometimes he gets a little frustrated and maybe pushes a little on the other side doing the same thing.
B.J. Dooling. Oh, Jordan Richard wanted it. Dooling looked him off. Dooling through a screen. Flip it to the near side. Joseph Scott, 10 on the shot clock. D.R.A. Duncan posting up on Ethan Smith. Duncan bodies his way in, gets around him, and he's fouled from behind. Duncan going to shoot 2 at the line to our left.
Ethan Smith did everything right at that point until Duncan made that spin move back to try to put up the shot, and he just gave him a little bit more shove there, which pushed him out of bounds and got him to the free throw line.
Duncan shooting 2. Mack 1 for 6, and he has the only make from the foul line.
That was the first one.
Yeah, it was.
So 5 in a row so far.
And he hasn't had a point since then. First free throw good.
D.R.A. Duncan feels like to me when he stops and really takes his time, he's a good free throw shooter. But when he just decides to keep on going and not really, take his time thinking about it, then he rushes a little bit too much.
Second free throw perfect. Duncan hits them both. He's got 7 in the game. 1:11 left, and A.J. Thomas checks back in for Joseph Scott. 28-26 Mack late in the first half. And they will bring full court pressure. Inbound for Kunami. Gets it to Blaine Harris. 66 seconds left in the first half. Harris across the timeline. He had 2 seconds to get across. 1 minute left of the opening half. This is Harris to the far side for Richardson. Now at the near side. Again, it's Glass up by the timeline. At the volleyball line now to the top of the key. Sean Glass cuts to the basket, cuts to the baseline. Up and underneath move. Shot was knocked out of bounds by D.R.A. Duncan. Nice defense by A.J. Thomas to reject that shot attempt from Sean Glass.
2 seconds on the shot clock. They got to get it in quick and get it up.
Ryan Richardson to inbound. And you mentioned the 2 seconds left on the shot clock for Riley Whitaker. Uncontested 3. Got it. Wow. Whitaker's got 6. West Plains up by a point, 29-28. They're not going away.
Nope. And that shot right there, it was what we were looking for last time. A screen to break somebody open, and they got the right guy.
Shot clock and game clock differential, 5 seconds. Shot clock at 15. Game clock at 20. Dueling to the near side, Richard, mid-range jumper, got it. 1 point, check that 1 point game Mack leads. Almost said 1 point game Mack trails. Richard has 6. 10 seconds to go. Slowly up the floor, Richardson. Game clock down to 5. Game clock down to 4. Richardson across the timeline, top of the key. Straight on 3, wouldn't go, and the buzzer sends us to the end of the half. And the KFMO Sports Halftime Show coming up. Mack by a point, 30-29 on KFMO.
Podcast, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU.
Banking with people like you, Unico Bank. We put you first in everything we do. Large enough to serve you, small enough to know you. We're your local hometown bank, your friends and neighbors too. Banking with people like you, Unico Bank.
At Belgrade State Bank, we're proud to support our local students. For over a century, we've been more than just a bank. We're part of the community. By investing in our youth, we help build a brighter future, from the classroom to the field. We're here to support our students every step of the way. Belgrade State Bank, proud supporters of our local schools and the next generation. A wise place to do business.
My name's Nick Vargo. I'm the lead service advisor in the Pettis Ford Service Department. We are owned and operated by two different families. We treat you guys like a family. You're not just a number on the board to us. You're actually a family member when you come in and get great service. And that's what we strive for, is to create a family environment in the dealership.
Community is everything to us.
Guys, if you want a family-owned and operated dealership that does strive for excellence, we'll get you taken care of.
Come to Pettis Automotive, where we treat you like family.
St. Louis's favorite pizza has always been square. And now so are our deals. Introducing Square Deals at Emo's Pizza. Now earn rewards faster. Sign up for Square Deals on the Emo's Pizza app or website and get your first 2 squares for free. Emo Square Deals. Order Emo's, collect squares, get free pizza.
Getting reliable, high-speed internet in the country was always a challenge. That's why in 2010 we founded Aptitude Internet Solutions. Since then, we've connected nearly 2,000 homes and businesses. We stand for simple rates, high speeds, and friendly customer service. As the world keeps changing, we do more and more online: business, education, entertainment. And we don't want our communities to be left behind. Let us be your local choice for connecting you to the world.
Kevin Ball's Auto Body, the most recommended in the Parkland. The definition of recommended is to be worthy of trust, and they don't take that lightly. They treat your vehicle like it's their own. Your neighbors, your family, and your friends are now satisfied customers because you recommended them. When you need collision repair, don't just take it anywhere. Take it to Kevin Ball's Auto Body in Park Hills, the most recommended, because your car hasn't looked this new since it was new.
Kevin Ball's Auto Body, the most recommended by far.
Come see us after the game.
at the half. Mineral Area leads West Plains 30-29. Coming up on Saturday, it's homecoming from the Bob. The Lady Cardinals and Cardinals will both host Three Rivers, and a big matchup for the ladies as they look to get and on boys basketball, DeSoto's at St. Genevieve tonight. West County on the road at Arcadia Valley. Currently happening, the Kingston Cougars host Jefferson. The Cougars undefeated on their home floor. And in girls basketball tonight, Kingston was scheduled to play at Herculaneum. At the half, Mineral Area leads West Plains 30-29. The second half is coming up after this. You're listening to Mineral Area Athletics on KFMO Sports Plus, your home for MEC Athletics in the Parkland. Online at KFMOsports.com, on the KFMO app, and on AM 1240 KFMO. All right, it'll be Mineral Area ball out of the halftime break. Jared Pettis, Glenn Berry, Landon Keene back at the studio. Team switch sides. Mac now left to right on your listening device. Right to left if you're viewing on the Mineral Area College YouTube channel. Those directions will be switched from what we say because the camera is set up on the opposite side of the floor than we are. Jordan Richard inbounds to B.J. Dooling, and the second half is underway. It was a quick-paced first half. Let's see if that maintains in a one-point game. Preston Turner on the near side at the wing. Through a Joseph Scott screen, picked up his dribble. Back out to the far side. That was Richard. Now to Dooling. Down low Duncan into the paint. Joseph Scott, he makes the start in the second half. Can't hit the layup. Rebound knocked away, and Ergi Kunami, Lionel Kumwimba comes away with it. Didn't say his name a whole lot in the first half. Kunami, kick it out. This is Richardson into the corner for Harris. Back to Richardson. Grizzlies have it. Right to left. Ergi Kunami to the basket. Lay in good. 1 point lead West Plains, 31-30. First point for Kunami. And Preston Turner receives pass, but stepped out of bounds.
Cut the pass over in the corner, and you know if you've been to Mac, there's not a lot of room in the corners. And as he caught that pass, he just made that back step to try to take off, and he stepped out of bounds.
19-13 left in regulation. We are 47 seconds into this second half. Across the timeline, Kunami, corner, Harris, three, short, rebound deflected away, and Mac has it. Joseph Scott. Looked like volleyball down there, Glenn.
Yeah, finally Scott coming down with it after that three. A couple of times looked like number 33, Lionel Kumwamba, was going to get it.
Duncan got it to Richard, can't hit the reverse layup, and the rebound's grabbed by West Plains and Sean Glass. 31-30 the score. West Plains leads a minute and a half into the second. Now it's Richardson, top of the key, working it inside, forced back out. Handed off for Kunami. Kunami, head of the arc. 10 to go on the shot clock. Kunami is fouled on the floor before the shot. It's going against Mac, their first of the half. And it's Preston Turner's first.
We talked last week, and we talked again on Saturday about Preston Turner. When he gets in foul trouble, he starts to kind of obsess with his foul trouble and kind of loses something on the offensive side. Tonight, he's only got 2 points. That's his first foul, which is good news. But right now, his offensive game not in it right now. They're doing a good job defensively on him.
West Plains inbounding. They throw it up top to Sean Glass. He'll work it to Kunami between the circles. Reject a Kumwimba screen. Kunami to the cup with the lay-in. Got it. 33-30. West Plains up by 3. 2 minutes gone in the second half. B.J. Dooling into the paint. Couple of pivots. Has to move it. Gets it out to Preston Turner. Turner to Dooling near side on perimeter. Posting up. That's Duncan. They get it to him. Can't hit the layup. Scott comes in for the rebound. It goes off of West Plains and out. And the shot clock will stop at 20 as Mac will inbound after West Plains deflected it out of bounds.
Yeah, Mac's really kind of lucky because one of the last guys to to touch that was Scott, and it just bounced up in the air a couple more times, and finally West Plains grabbed it.
Jordan Richard far side at the wing to the foul line. This is Scott. Scott spin move, jumper falls in. Scott has 10. Mac down by a point, 33-32. And now it's the Grizzlies with it. Sean Glass. Lob it across the timeline to Richardson. Taking it far side, met by a defender. Has to reverse it and reset the offensive play. Richardson. Spin move to the elbow. Now inside the paint. Kicking out near wing 3. This is Glass. Deep two. He got it.
You can't play defense much better than that, and they're just basically letting the official scorer know that was a deep 2. Everybody thinks there was a foul called or something, but it's them going, no, it's a 2, not a 3. But you can't play defense much better than that, and he still put it down.
35-32, West Plains leads Mac. 17-12 to go in regulation. On the near side, that's Dooling, gets it to Richard. Now for Duncan, top of the arc. Duncan puts it to the floor. He'll work inside, met by Kumwimba, and Duncan lays it over him. Duncan's got 9. Mac back down by a point, 35-34. They're staying with West Plains.
need a defensive turnover here. They've really been pressing West Plains down the floor the last couple of times to nothing to show for it.
Harris for Richardson, far side for Glass. Glass cuts back towards the baseline. He'll work it inside, reverse lay-in, wouldn't go, and the rebound for Preston Turner. Now for B.J. Dooling. Mack a chance to take the lead. Dooling to the near side at the wing, working it inside. All the way to the far side. Richards in the corner. Doesn't take the three. Dribble drive in. Spin move down low. Send it back out. Preston Turner. 15 on the shot clock. Turner to the near wing. Crossover dribble. Lost it. Had to pick it up. Lob it to the foul line for Scott. Joseph Scott is there. 6 on the shot clock. Scott floats it off window. Can't get his own rebound. And it's Kunami who comes away with it. Outlet on the near side, Blaine Harris. One-on-one, Harris. Shot blocked by Duncan. That's at least 2 blocks tonight for Duncan.
Yeah, Duncan's been in there, and he's not letting too many people get down low. And the good news is he's stayed out of foul trouble. It has been a very physical game, but he is staying out of foul trouble, and he's contributing on the offensive side as well.
Joseph Scott comes off the floor. A.J. Walker comes on, as does Marcellus Phillips. A second away from the 4-minute mark of the half. 4 minutes elapsed once this ball is inbounded. Inbound to Riley Whitaker on perimeter. Now for Richardson. Slips and falls. Ball is loose. Richardson had it pop away, and Phillips comes away with it. He was nearly tripped up. Phillips coast to coast with a lay-in.
Now an official timeout is on the floor back there, getting up slowly, and now grabbing his head is Riley Whitaker. I think he might have got an inadvertently hit in the right eye, and he'll come off the floor and sit out, and we got a timeout.
Media stoppage, 15:45 left. Mac leads 36-35, courtesy of that Marcellus Phillips lay-in on KFMO. D.R.A. Duncan steals that inbound pass from West Plains. Mack has a chance to extend a 1-point lead. Timeout brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau. It's 36-35 Cards. Marcellus Phillips on the far wing. Got it to Duncan. Duncan down low. Phillips cutting off window. Rolls over the cylinder. And the rebound's grabbed by Ethan Smith. Jump ball, and the arrow favors West Plains.
I tell you what, first of all, going back to D.R.A. Duncan, intercepting that pass downfield, looked like he was going up as a defensive back to take it away, and then he got it back down here, and I was worried because of his aggressive play. He might get too aggressive and commit a foul, but he played under control, got the ball down here low, and then kicked it off to Marcellus Phillips, who almost had a spin roll into the basket, which would have been a pretty play, but it just wouldn't go down.
36-35 Mack. 15:20 left in regulation. Out of the backcourt, Sean Glass. On the far side, Richardson. Down low, Harris. Nice pass. That was Ethan Smith. He couldn't hit the shot, and he's fouled. And is that Marcellus Phillips? It is. It'll be his first and the second on the Cards. And so Ethan Smith will shoot 2 at the line to our left.
Well, we talked about in the first half about the officials letting them play in this game. And we said if they let them do this the entire game, we can live with it. So far, so good.
First free throw, no good. You know, I think both teams would be happy with that. Neither side shooting it well from the foul line.
Yeah, they're not shooting well from the foul line. They're getting physical down low, putting hands on. You know, we saw in that girls' game 2 or 3 calls where they were putting their hands out to body check. We've seen a lot of body checks here, but they're letting them play a little bit rougher.
Second free throw, no good. Diari Duncan grabs the rebound. Now for B.J. Dooling. Mac still up by a point. 5 minutes gone here in the second half. A.J. Walker through the lane. Ooh, that might have been a double dribble that he got away with. Duncan has it now. Handed off to Marcellus Phillips near corner. Phillips looking inside. Got it to Duncan, off of Duncan and out of bounds. Oh, it's saved by Dooling. And his pass back, Downey touched it out of bounds. I thought the play was over.
I did too. I thought it was done, and then it got off of Duncan's hand out of bounds. But like you said, he threw it back in, and it was touched by West Plains.
It'll be B.J. Dooling to inbound. Up top for A.J. Walker. To the near side, Marcellus Phillips. Posting up, Diari Duncan. Trying to body his way to the cup. He does. Can't hit the shot. And the rebound's grabbed by Kunami, and he's fouled by Mineral Area. And it's B.J. Dooling. That'll be his third. Not a smart foul there by Dooling.
No, that was just a clean miss and a clean rebound. In fact, I thought when Gunami went up with it, he looked like he was about ready to slam it into the basket on Mineral Area side, as he was so aggressive with both hands above the rim. But not a smart foul by Dooling.
A.J. Thomas checks in for Dooling. Inbound to the far side for Sean Glass in the backcourt. Working it up the floor slowly as he dribbles across the timeline. Now to the foul line, got it to Downey. Downey forced back out on perimeter. Man-to-man defense from Mack. Up top, this is Glass. He takes it into the logo. Couple of crossover dribbles through a screen. Set by Smith to the cup. His shot wouldn't go. And an offensive rebound, Kunami. Flip it back out, Harris. Now to the near side, Smith. Pump fake, dribble drive in, back out. Three, near side Glass. Rattles it out. Phillips grabs the board, and he'll get it to Diari Duncan. 6 minutes gone in the second. 36-35 still for Mack. Lob it down low. Duncan didn't get the bullet pass. It was stolen away. Blaine Harris coast to coast. Lobbed it to Kunami. He'll circle it back out. And then he was all alone underneath, 2-on-1. And they don't get a shot away. Far side, Sean Glass. He'll take a three with a man in his face. It's short. Rebound grabbed by Mack. And it was Phillips. Whistle, held ball, Mack arrow.
I'll tell you what, right now Mack is not hitting the boards, and I know that Tony Irons is not happy about that. They've had some shots come off the rim that they've had their hands on but are not pulling the rebounds down. And we heard him earlier in this season yelling at his team, grab the ball, rebound the ball, get after it. So they need to do a better job of getting on the boards here.
13:35 left, 36-35. Mack leading West Plains. It's been a long time since either of these teams made a bucket. Diari Duncan, kick it out. A.J. Walker, corner three. Got it! Splash! Walker makes it 39-35. 13:15 to go in the second.
Let's see if that gives Mack a little bit of momentum right now.
That's a turnover. West Plains throws it out of bounds. Sean Glass had a player over there in the corner and just overshot his man. Mack with the chance to put the pressure on West Plains.
You know, sometimes I wonder about, this court is a little bit cozy at times in some areas, especially in front of the bench. And I think sometimes maybe players go up to get a pass that they can reach, but they're a little tentative, so they kind of cut it short, the path to the ball, and don't get to it.
Walker, lob it down low, Duncan. He's got Walker back out. He doesn't use it. Duncan trying to work his way back inside. He does. Oh, couldn't get the dunk. Rebound deflected, and Ryan Richardson had it. Richardson to the near side for Javion Downey. A lane to the basket. Downey, wild shot wouldn't go. Players fall. It's an offensive rebound. Smith, he's fouled on the floor. A.J. Walker, his second and the team's fourth.
Well, that time a shot that went up, a kind of a wild shot. I credit the officials for not calling a foul on Diari Duncan, because Duncan was pretty wild in there himself, but that was just an out-of-control play on the West Plains team. But that foul comes later on Mack.
Richardson inbounds for Ethan Smith, trying to back his way inside. Duncan not going to let him. He'll hook a shot over Duncan and lay it in. Nice work by Ethan Smith. He's got four, and it's a two-point game, 39-37. Far side, Jordan Richard. Ooh, man, he does not take that NBA range three. Got it to the near side for A.J. Thomas. Lob down low, Duncan. He's fouled on the reach-in. Going against Ethan Smith. That'll be his third and the first on West Plains. Bronx cheer from behind us for the officials as the fouls are 4-1. Mack with the latter.
Well, we have seen tonight.
Or the former, I should say.
Yeah, we've seen some very physical play here tonight. And that time, Ethan Smith just got his hand in there and kind of got him under the arm and kind of held on to him.
A.J. Thomas inbounds and gets it back. Whoa. He is bailed out on that foul call. That shot missed everything by a mile.
They're going to call 33. That is Kimwemba. And that'll be, I think, his first foul. Nope, that's 2. And he's looking around at the official like, what did I do? He didn't think he had any contact at all. But like you said, that really bailed Mack out because that shot hit nothing and was going nowhere.
It'll be A.J. Thomas to shoot 2 at the line to our right. Mack struggling from the free throw line this evening. First one good. He's got 3 points. Joseph Scott checks in for DeArie Duncan. Not just the 4th make from the foul line for the Cards, excuse me. Second free throw. Good. Thomas hits them both. 12-18 left in regulation. Riley Whitaker back to the floor for West Plains. Good to see that after he went down hard earlier in this half. Whitaker across the timeline, hands it off to Richardson. He'll work it to the baseline, met by Scott, throws it back to Downey in the corner, now to Whitaker, far wing. Back up top between the circles, Kunami. 1 dribble, 2 dribble. Now to the left hand with it, taking it to the near wing. 7 on the shot clock, nearly a backcourt violation from Downey. Head coach Tony Irons thought he went back across. Downey lost that one out of bounds, and the shot clock expires. Mack ball.
He was very, very close here at half court, and that's what Tony Irons was yelling about. He said it looked like that his foot was up in the air and he came down on the line.
Media timeout. They will put 1 second on the shot clock. West Plains will inbound it on the baseline when we come back. Mack leading 41-37 on KFMO.
Come see us after the game.
One second on West Plains shot clock. Mack leads 41-37. The inbound all the way out to the near side, and a 3 misses everything. Shot clock violation. Mack ball. That 3 was from Ryan Richardson that missed everything.
Yeah, delay the inevitable. It felt like that shot clock had expired, but there wasn't much of a 1 full second on that clock whenever it, we thought it expired. So there you go.
11:40 left in regulation. 41-37 Mack. That timeout was brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau. Top of the key, A.J. Walker to the near side. A.J. Thomas to the foul line. Thomas in, picked up his dribble. Backdoor pass. Phillips tried the dunk. It was knocked away. And the rebound's grabbed by Sean Glass. Great defense from Ryan Richardson on that play. Richardson at the other end. Kick it over to the far wing. Kunami 3. Got it. Kunami's got 7 all in this half. 41-40 Mack, 11-11 left rather in the second.
Yeah, that was an NBA 3-2.
Now Kunami nearly with the pick. Oh, and then he stepped on the ball, and he gets it back. Kunami now to Riley Whitaker. Out to the near side, Richardson. Richardson through a screen set by Kimwemba. Met by defenders. Richardson still with it. Left-handed dribble. Kumwemba sets another screen. Try to go back to him on the pick and roll. Well, we get a whistle, and it's out of bounds off of West Plains. Jared Fay didn't like that call, nor did Ryan Richardson. They might have a gripe here.
I was expecting a foul, but I was expecting something coming from the Mack side.
Me too.
And all of a sudden, he puts his hand up in the air, points the opposite direction, and like you said, Fay did not like it. The West Plains team didn't like it, but Tony Irons and the Cardinals will take it.
I'm going to be honest, Glenn. I thought Mac touched that last. Now, I didn't have a good angle on it. It was down the table from us. 10.5 to go in the second. Mac up by a point, 41-40. Preston Turner back into the game. He stands on the near side with the ball. D.R.A. Duncan checked in as well. Joseph Scott set the screen, and Preston Turner goes right into him and walks. That was a good pick set by Scott. I don't know where Turner was going. He just went right into him.
Yeah, he kind of made a move to the left, to the right, and then just ran right over him.
Out Kunami. Blaine Harris checks in, and Harris will inbound. 10:24 to go in half number 2. Inbound lob to Richardson. Picked up his dribble. Pass to the far side for Glass. Back to Richardson. Still in the backcourt. Now he gets across the timeline. Richardson in the corner for Harris. Pump fake dribble drive in. Back out, man. He had a nice lane to the basket and didn't use it. Went back out. Corner 3, Glass. That wouldn't fall. D.R.A. Duncan has the rebound knocked away, and there's a foul on Blaine Harris. His first and the team's third.
We've seen that a couple of times here tonight where they've had the opportunities and they just wouldn't go after it. And that's to the credit of Mac. I think defensively they've got them a little bit shook at times, and they're not sure of themselves when they're taking those shots.
10:02 left. Mac still by a point, 41-40.
Wonder how many people looked at West Plains' record and said, this will be an easy night for Mac.
Well, Mac didn't. West Plains took him to double overtime 2 weeks ago. That game would have went to triple overtime if Preston Turner had been 6 inches further back on his buzzer beater shot. He was right on the line. Instead of it being a tray, it was a 2. D.R.A. Duncan bodies his way inside. Can't hit it. Wanted a foul, didn't get it. Shouts foul. Ryan Richardson has the rebound. Richardson across the timeline. Inside, picked up his dribble. Lob it back out. That'll be a backcourt violation. And Mac will get the ball back. Late whistle. I thought they were going to let that one play on. The pass went over Sean Glass. And then he tried to set a pick to keep A.J. Walker from getting it. And as Walker tried to grab it, or I guess tried to get around Glass touched it, and the whistle came.
Yeah, I think the official missed the first touch of the ball, but when he touched it the second time, that's when he blew the whistle. So that, I think, may be why the whistle was late.
9 minutes left in regulation. Walker near wing 3. Got it! It rattled in! Walker, he's got 6. A couple of big threes in this one. 44-40. Mac leads. Glass to the corner. Whitaker all alone. Catch and shoot 3. All off the mark. Kumwimba couldn't grab the rebound. It goes off of Mac and out. Well, the Cardinals are lucky that Whitaker missed that shot. He doesn't miss very often when he's wide open.
And they're unfortunate that they couldn't get the rebound because the ball came right to them. 2 guys from Mac underneath the basket, only 1 guy from West Plains, and the ball kind of hit one of them in the face and rolled around and then went out of bounds.
Richardson inbounds. That's a long 4 count. Man, that was nearly 5. That had to be 5 or close to it. Sean Glass to the near side for Richardson. 15 on the shot clock. Richardson trying to get around the defense. He can't. Now we'll work it to the baseline. Fadeaway shot from 10. Rattles off. Nice box out by Duncan. B.J. Dooling gets to the rebound. Dooling across the timeline. 8.5 to play in regulation. Up top for Walker. Walker, top of the key to the foul line. Foul called on Richardson. That's kind of a ticky-tack call for where things were at in the first.
Yeah, and you kind of hope that doesn't change things in this game because, like you said, that was not much contact down there on the left side.
Javion Downey, Ergi Kunami, and Ethan Smith check in for West Plains, numbers 11, 12, and 13. Mac inbounding left of the lane. Got it to D.R.A. Duncan. Trying to work his way inside. He's got one to beat. Nice spin move. Gets around Smith and laid it in off window. Duncan's got 11. 8-10 left in regulation. 46-40. Mac extending that advantage. Ergi Kunami at the other end. Met by Jordan Richard. Trying to get around Richard, who stays on him. Kunami gets it to Smith. Smith lost it. Foul on Mac.
And there's another one.
That, though, is the standard of what we just saw down here, so I won't complain. Jordan Richard commits his second. the fifth on the cards.
But compared to early on, early on we had a guy run over another guy. They both fell down and nothing was called. And now we're kind of getting to that. He might have touched a fingernail.
Media timeout, 7:55 to go in the second. 46-40 Mac on KFMO. One a play for DRA Duncan. 48-40. 6:55 left in a 30-second stoppage. Nice play by Dooling, too.
Yeah, that was a great pass by Dooling because he looked to his right and he kind of had that look in his face like he was getting ready to release the ball. I thought he was going to give the ball to the right side, or at least his right, and as he started to look that way, he just threw it back on the other side to DRA Duncan. And I'll tell you something else that happened. Duncan went up to slap his own guy's head, like, good job, and I think he missed and grazed one of the West Plains players, but they didn't seem to bother him too much.
6:55 to go in the second, 48-40. It's been a long time since West Plains has made a shot.
Yep. They have come down and had some opportunities and have had some balls bounce around and bounce in and out, but they just haven't been able to get it to go down.
Waiting for Jordan Richard to get a shoe tied. He's got it. We're ready to go. It's 48-40 Mac. Whitaker with the inbound for Ryan Richardson. in the near side. Back to Whitaker. Full court pressure from Mack. On the near side, Richardson. Outlet far side for Glass. 6:45 left in regulation. Glass to the top of the key. Players come together. Duncan limping. Shot blocked, and Duncan going to be called on the foul, and he is still not putting much weight on that left knee.
I think he got kneed, and I don't know if it was in the leg or if it was in some other area, but when he got hit, he kind of doubled up. And he didn't fall to the ground. He just kind of doubled over a little bit. And then on that particular play there, as he went up to block the shot, I think he might have got bodied again.
First free throw for Ethan Smith at the line to our left. First one good. He's got 5 in the game.
And I think I might be right. I think he might have got kneed in the private area, and that's why he's not feeling too good.
Yeah, that would not be a good feeling. Second free throw. Good. Smith hits them both. That is the first. Okay, no. That is the third time all game that a player has hit 2 at the line on one trip. First time for West Plains.
It's not a common thing here tonight.
48-42, 6-point game across the timeline. Sean, check that, B.J. Dooling. Dooling through a screen to the near side, Richard. Richard up top for Walker. Walker to the foul line. Spin move into the paint, kick it out for Richard. On the near wing, 10 on the shot clock. Duncan sets a pick. Richard takes a 3. Wouldn't go. Rebound grab by Lionel Kumwimba. Now for Glass, he hands it to. Glass across the timeline. 6 minutes left in regulation. 6-point game. Glass head of the arc, now to the foul line. Wild hook shot. I don't know how that fell, Glenn, but it did. Sean Glass, he was perpendicular, or I guess parallel with the board, the window. I don't know how that went in.
I guess if your last name is Glass, you're good at shooting off the glass.
I guess so. It just comes with it. It's in his genes, some would say. Walker misses that shot, rebounded by Richardson. 4-point game.
Right now, Mack only getting 1 shot every time down the floor. No rebounds off that, then that's what's got West Plains with an opportunity to pull maybe within 3 at this point.
Javion Downey had it poked away, but a foul on Mack, and it might go against A.J. Walker on the reach, and it will. His 3rd and the team's 8th. And Joseph Scott ready to check in for the Cards.
And I'll tell you what, right now, that was so close to being a steal. It was just a fraction of a hair close to being just nothing but a steal.
A 1-and-1 for Javion Downey. His first free throw, Mack has 8 fouls. That is the 3rd on A.J. Walker. Walker comes out as Scott comes in. First free throw, good. So Downey earns the bonus. He's got 7 points.
He hasn't scored since that first half, and it feels like he has been playing like he's been a factor in this game the whole game, but that was his first point since the first half.
Second free throw, good as well. It's a 2-point game, 48-46. Mack had it up to 8.
Kunami will check back into the ball game. He is rebounding the heck out of the ball tonight. 8 rebounds, along with 7 for Ryan Richardson to lead this West Plains team on the board.
It's De'Ari Duncan up top to the far wing. Joseph Scott, 5 minutes left in regulation. Jordan Richard down low, a spin move, floater got it. Nice play by Richard. He's got 8. Back to a 4-point game, 50-46. Riley Whitaker gets it into Kunami as Joseph Scott slips up and nearly falls on Kunami. Coast to coast, Kunami around Duncan, can't hit, and Duncan's got the rebound. Quickly up the floor for Mack, it's B.J. Dooling. Into the corner, Turner 3! Oh, he got it! Preston Turner, he's got 5, a big one! And that brings life to the Bob. 53-46, 4.5 to go. At the other end, it's Sean Glass. Hook shot off window, no good. Offensive rebound, lost out of bounds by Kumwimba, and Mack will take over.
And if I told you in this game that Preston Turner would only have 2 points until 4:34 of the second half, you would think, yeah, Mack's not going to win this one. But that 3 right there was a big one, and it's got Mack up right now, 53-46.
Something that has allowed that situation where Turner only has 2 up until now.
Right.
Scoring from everywhere on the lineup for Mac. They didn't have that at the start of the season.
That's exactly it. And now a turnover in the backcourt as 2 players get mixed up. Dooling and Richard both were headed up court, and Turner tried to throw it to one of them, and neither one of them got it.
I think it went off of Dooling and off the foot of Richard and out of bounds.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate play. It was like having 2 wide receivers in the same place, and they didn't know who the pass was for, and they just both looked at it as it went out of bounds.
Inbound goes into the corner for Richardson. He gets it back, takes a 3, can't hit that. Rebound grab by Jordan Richard. Now for B.J. Dooling, 4:15 left in regulation. Full court press from West Plains. Preston Turner in the middle. Got it to Joseph Scott to the basket. Up and underneath move, and he lays it in. Joseph Scott has 12. 4 minutes left in regulation. Mac up by 9, 55-46.
And Joseph Scott has really played well here tonight, coming up with some big-time buckets all night long.
Ryan Richardson, top of the key, got it to Whitaker. Back to Richardson, near wing. He'll work it down low on the baseline. Reverse layup, no good. Rebound grab by Mack and Jordan Richard. On the near side, Preston Turner. Need a big bucket here. Turner to Duncan, inside. Duncan met by a defender and hops over him and lays it in. Duncan's got 15, 11-point game. Largest lead of the night for the Mack Cardinals, 57-46. 3:20 left in the second. Richardson through a screen, set by Heisen. Down low, off window, and in. Richardson's got 7. Timeout, West Plains. Media stoppage, 3:11 to go into the second. 57-48. Mac leads on KFMO. .3:11 left in regulation. That timeout brought to you by Missouri Farm Bureau. 57-48. Mac leads, and it'll be Cardinal ball to inbound. Jordan Richard will throw it in to Preston Turner or B.J. Dooling. They're both in the area. Dooling has it. Trapped in the backcourt. Got it to Turner. Turner back to Dooling. All the way to the foul or the timeline for Richard. Got it to Preston Turner, nice pass down low. Joseph Scott waits out a defender and hits a reverse layup. He's got 14 off the bench. 59-48 Mac, 2:50 left in regulation.
Nice time for Mac to go on a run and kind of put some distance between them and West Plains.
Richardson bangs his head off the hardwood after missing the layup. He fell down hard. Preston Turner stepped back into the near wing. Got it back to B.J. Dooling. Dooling holding, 16 on the shot clock, through a screen. Dooling top of the key to the near side, Turner. He'll work it inside of the baseline. Got it to Duncan. He's fouled, can't hit the shot. He's going to go shoot 2.
Well, they've worked that play to perfection a couple of times this time down the floor, or this half anyway, as they'll kick it out to Preston Turner, who will back the defense out a bit, and then you get De'Ari Duncan flashing across the lane, get the bounce pass inside. Sometimes he gets it, sometimes he gets fouled.
Foul is the second on Ryan Richardson, the 6th on West Plains. First free throw for De'Ari Duncan at the line to our right. Good. He's been the bright point from the foul line tonight. 4 of 5 with attempt number 6 coming up.
9 points in the second half. It's been a big plus for Mac here tonight.
Second free throw for Duncan on its way. Mac leads 60-48. He hits it. Duncan's got 17. 61-48. Mac leading. 2:20 left. Whitaker in the backcourt. Got it to Smith. Out of the backcourt now to Sean Glass. Glass through a screen. Nice behind the back dribble. Straight on three. Rattles out. Falls off the front. B.J. Dooling has it. Mack with the dagger in hand. No look pass. Duncan to the cup with the dunk. 19 for Duncan. 63-48 with a minute 51 left in regulation. Whitaker on the near side. Got it into the corner for Downey. Dribble drive in. Nice up and underneath move and reverse layup. Downey's got 10.
And a great job by the MAC defense not to foul. As he went up and under, there was two different MAC players right beside him, and they just chose to put it away and let him get it.
90 seconds left in regulation. 63-50. Turner working it inside. Over the head pass to Duncan. He'll float it over a defender and in. Diari Duncan's got 21. 65-50.
13 of those 21 points coming here in the second half for Diari Duncan.
Top of the key, Sean Glass, handoff there. Javion Downey into the corner near side. Whitaker can't take the three. A minute 05 left. Up top, this is Ethan Smith. Down low, got it to Heisen. Well, West Plains going to have to take a shot. Now they do. Sean Glass missed the three with the shot clock about to run out. B.J. Dooling with it. He's going to get across the timeline and slow things down. It looks like West Plains will back off. 45 seconds left. Dooling into the logo. Back on the far side. Through a Scott screen. Dooling to the elbow. Back out. Shot clock at 5. Game clock at 33. Straight on three. Dooling wouldn't go. Rebound deflected and grabbed and nearly out of bounds. Dooling kept it alive. Got it to Richard. Shot clock at 20 on the near side. This is Preston Turner. Game clock down to 17 seconds. And there's B.J. Dooling. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. 13 on the game clock. Dooling gets into the logo. On the near side, he backs off. 5 seconds left. Shot clock violation. 1.9 on the clock. The Grizzlies will have to inbound. And this will be it.
I'm not sure he knew that the shot clock was running down. He thought that the game clock was going to tick off before this was over.
65-50 the final. The Cardinals answer a double overtime loss last week, or 2 weeks ago I should say, and get a big win here against West Plains on their first Region 16 Division I conference win of the season. Hubs Pub and Grill postgame show coming up. Matt gets the winner 65-50 on KFMO.
We are back here at Mineral Area College where the MAC Cardinals win it by a final of 65-50. We're joined now by Tony Irons, first-year head coach for the MAC Cardinals. That was a tough game again, but your team's showing that in these tough games they will not back down. They just keep plugging.
Yeah, I don't have a voice. You have to, forgive
Give me a little
me.
volume there.
Yeah, I've been a little under the weather, so it's kind of hard to hear me. But yeah, we battled. Wasn't pretty at all, but I mean, you got conference games. They're never going to be pretty right now because. Again, everybody's familiar with everybody. and anybody can beat anybody in our league. So we just have to, figure out ways to try to grind things out and find ways to win.
Both these games kind of went the same way, where the girls in their first half, they struggled, they fought, they took a lead into the half, they came out, they played really well in the second half. Your team took a little bit longer to get that momentum and that run going, but better late than never, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can just, it's hard for us at times to, we want to play well, and sometimes when we start slow, we kind of get down on ourselves, and I think that's part of, again, being a little inexperienced in situations. But, I think we're growing a little bit. We're not there yet, but honestly, these are the games that a couple weeks ago we would have lost. So we found a way to win this one, so hopefully that's a good sign.
Well, a couple of players we're going to like to talk about. Diari Duncan, he finishes with 21 points, I believe, and comes up with 10 rebounds as well. And you just had some great contributions from him. Joseph Scott off the bench having a big night tonight as well. And there were a lot more people to spread the wealth around tonight, not just one or two players.
Yeah, again, we don't have one guy that is somebody who can really just get us a basket. We have to be we have to be collective, and we're a better team when multiple people have impacts on the game. Preston, I thought he hit a big shot, but he didn't get frustrated because he's going to be one of the top people on other people's scouting reports, so they're not going to let him get shots off in certain situations. So he's got to learn how to continue to just let the game come to him and then find other ways to contribute. And it's good to have guys like Joe and Diari step up in moments, because then it relieves pressure from other guys who may be used to, kind of carrying some loads.
That was a very physical game, and the officials let that game go most of the night. A few times in the second half we thought they might change their mind, but for the most part, very physical, and you guys played as physical as anybody.
Yeah, I don't mind it. At the end of the day, all you can ask is for it to be consistent, and I thought they were consistent on both ends tonight. They let us play. You have your issues when, it feels like that there's inconsistency with the calls, and, there's no real flow to the game. But, tonight, the physicality, it kind of favored us a little bit in certain spots too.
Now, I know you got a voice that's not all there, so we won't keep you much longer. Tell us a little bit what you got coming up. I guess Saturday night's the big night, and it's going to be a packing, rocking place here on Saturday night. What are you expecting?
Another war. Honestly, they're a really good team. One of the few teams we haven't played yet. So, I know that they've been scouting us. They probably watched the game, but we're familiar with each other a little bit. Obviously, the crowd is going to do some things for us, but it's probably also going to do some things for them too. So we're expecting it to be a high-level basketball game. And, we just got to be ready to compete.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those games where the players are after each other. The rivalry is really big, and you're going to see fans in the stands barking at each other. It's going to be a fun time on Saturday night, and I think you'll really enjoy it and hopefully come away with a big win.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
on Saturday.
To it. I'm looking forward.
All right, Coach, we'll let you go. I know you don't feel real well.
Yeah.
Get better, and we'll see you Saturday night.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. That is Tony Irons, first-year head coach of the Mac Cardinals. His team on top tonight, 65-50. The last time they played this West Plains team, they lost in double overtime. What an improvement that is for this Mac Cardinals team, coming back to win it by 15. Now, we're going to take a timeout on the Hubs Pub and Grill post-game show. Come back, get you some stats from this game, and also talk a little bit about what's coming up on Saturday with that Three Rivers bunch coming to town right here on your Mac Cardinals station, AM 1240 KFMO.
Let's see, what is tomorrow? Fredericktown Lady Blackcats take on the Central Lady Rebels. Pre-game coverage starting around 7. Tip-off expected at 7:30. That's from the TJ Fulon Fieldhouse. We'll have coverage for you on KFMO and live video online at KFMOsports.com. For everybody involved, he's Glenn Berry, Landon Keene doing a great job back at the studio. I'm Jared Pettis saying so long. Join us tomorrow on the Parkland Sports Leader, AM 1240, KFMO.